Hi everyone, it's Ashton, aka the Outspoken Oracle, and I am back with another tarot reading for you today. Please keep in mind that tarot readings are for entertainment purposes only. Please just think of me as your bestie who has a little bit of advice for you. And as with advice from your best friend, you take some, you leave some. Please use your discernment always. Only take what resonates with you. That being said, I am going to be doing a twin flame reading. Just kind of see where everything is at with the twin flames out there, and what the energies are. I'm going to have the divine masculines on this side and the divine feminines on this side, and the overall energy between both in the center. So let's get started. All right. Angels, guides, ancestors, please assist me with this reading. Please help to give me insight into the questions I seek answers to. Protecting from any negative entities that might try to interfere on this reading at this time. Please speak truth and honesty to me through the cards. Give me insight of the highest good of everyone involved. And as always, thanks for showing up each and every day. All right, so I think I'm going to start off with what absolute truth exists currently between both the divine feminine and the divine masculine in regards to the twin flame collective at this time. What absolute truth exists between both the divine feminine and the divine masculine as it pertains to the twin flame collective at this time, Spirit? Prince of Cups. Okay. So the absolute truth that I'm picking up on that exists between both the divine feminine and the divine masculine at this time is that there is a lot of things that want to be communicated. I am picking up very much on a softening of hearts, and just this desire to be honest about everything, like wanting to come forward with direct communication that is very heart-centered, that is focused on just expressing things from a loving place and being honest, regardless of how their counterpart might interpret what they have to say. I feel like both the divine feminine and the divine masculine are in a place where they just want some honest and real communication that is very heart-centered. I'm picking up on, regardless of what is said, when this communication does come through, it is going to be received well. It's going to be received without a sense of judgment, and without words being minced and things being confused, because there is going to be clarity that is expressed, clarity that is asked for, because the conversation that wants to be had by both is one in which both of you know that if and when communication happens, that it's going to be with the best of intentions from both counterparts. All right, so let's see what's going on with the divine masculines in regards to this energy. Spirit, how does the divine masculine interpret this desire for communication at this time? What's going on with the divine masculines in regards to this desire for communication with the divine feminines at this time? All right, so I have the Silence in reverse, which is the Four of Shields, Four of Pentacles. And with this card, I'm very much picking up that the divine masculines are in a place where they really do not want to hold back anything. They're ready to release all the things that they've been holding close to their chest. They're ready to express to you, divine feminines, about the things that have been keeping the two of you guys apart, the things that they were holding on to that they thought were working for them that were not working for them. They are now in a place of recognizing things in their life that were way past the expiration date, that was things that were causing issues between you guys and your connection. And they want to discuss these things with you. But also with this, I am picking up on this energy that they're not going to hold back anything. They're tired of the silence between you. They're tired of not having real honest communication. What advice, Spirit, do you have for the masculines in regards to this communication and this, like, just coming clean about everything? What advice do you have for the masculine, Spirit, in regards to them just releasing everything with this communication, Spirit? What advice do you have for the masculines, please, Spirit? What advice do you have for the masculines at this time? Give each other space. Okay. So what I'm getting in terms of advice for the masculines is that whatever it is that you want to communicate at this time, because it is going to be a lot, because you are going to be revealing a lot about where the disconnect was in your connection and what has kept you apart from your counterpart. Because I really do feel like there's going to be communication coming in the very near future. If you are not in communication with your counterpart at this time, I expect communication very soon. So when this happens, divine masculines, after you communicate, you need to make it abundantly clear to your divine feminine that they can take as much time as they need to process the information that you are going to tell them. Allow them to take the time and the space that they are going to need to integrate all of this information into their bodies, into their minds, and their hearts, because more than likely, some of the things that you are going to say will be hurtful to them, and they might need some space to really consider what they want moving forward, and give them that space and time to do exactly that without expectation. You have gotten the space to process out all the things that you needed to process in order for you to be in a place of speaking to your divine feminines. And in the space that you took to process all these things, they now are going to have to process the things that you took time to process, because now they have all these things to process, whereas you received all the information that you needed from them up front. It seems like they will need their own time to process all of your stuff once you communicate all these things that you've been holding back. So, because it will be a lot to process. So just give them the time and space to do that, and allow them to do that without any sort of pressure. Now let's check in with the divine feminine, Spirit. What is this communication in regards to the divine feminines, and what is the truths that they want to speak, this open-hearted communication the divine feminines want to have with the divine masculines? Please, Spirit, give me some insight into this, please, Spirit. All right, I have the Two of Coins in reverse. And with this, I'm feeling as if the divine feminines are in a place of wanting to communicate exactly the ways in which the silence or the lack of communication from the divine masculine threw them off balance. And I'm not... It is the type of conversation that is going to be like just teetering on these are the ways in which I was hurt by your actions. This is the ways in which, when things went sideways between us, things went sideways in my life. But also, by things going sideways in my life, they came back together. I'm very much picking up on, like, you want to be real and honest about things because you feel like you can't move forward unless these things are expressed. And I am picking up, divine feminine, that when you have this conversation with the divine masculines, it's going to be a very tough pill for them to swallow, because they don't want to be in a position where they have caused hurt to you, even though they know that they are. But it's something that it's important for you to get off your chest, because in order for you to move past the time apart, the silence, the lack of communication without resentment, you have to be able to express the ways in which you felt hurt. Granted, you recognize that you were responsible for your own hurt in this dynamic. You are at the place where you can take accountability for what you did to contribute to this hurt that you received from your divine masculine, you also want them to know this is what happened to me because of these actions. And I need to be very clear about that, because with moving forward, if you want to come back into my life and be a part of my life and what you are saying to me means something at all, do not go back to that place and disrupt my life again. And that's why you're having this conversation, because you want to make sure the divine masculines are very clear on your boundaries and that you will not let them come back into your life to disrupt your life again like they have in the past. And that's why you need to have this conversation. What advice, Spirit, do you have for the divine feminines in regards to this truth and to this communication with the divine masculine, Spirit? What advice do you have for the divine feminines, please, Spirit? All right, so I have, what else could this mean? And with this energy, what I'm picking up on is you, divine feminines, are very clear on what the connection is. And in you being very clear on what the connection is, and you understanding why things had to go a certain way in order for you guys to come back together and come into union, you are able to forgive the actions of the past. But what I'm picking up on with what else could this mean is that you are going to make it abundantly clear about what this connection is, that this person is your twin flame, and this is what the connection represents. And if they're not on board with what that dynamic is, if they don't want to move forward with that, then you are going to be like, okay, I'm done. I'm moving on with my life. If you guys cannot get on the same page on what your connection means to each other, I'm very much picking up, divine feminines, that you're going to be ready to move on. If your divine masculine cannot admit to their understanding of how deep of a connection that you guys have, you're going to be ready to communicate that you want to move on, because you do not want to be disrupted in your life again any further. And you're at a place now where you have complete and utter faith that your desires to be in a healthy, happy relationship will be met with or without your divine masculine. And so this chance at communication is your chance to be like, okay, this is where I'm at. Either we move forward this way because we understand what our connection actually represents, or we don't move forward at all. You're like, the choice is up to you. That's the conversation that I'm picking up that you're going to be having with your divine masculines. All right. So we're going to pick up another card for the space, the energetic space between you two. Spirit, what is on the conscious minds of both the divine feminines and the divine masculines in regards to what needs to be transpiring in the dynamic? What is on the conscious minds of both parties in regards to what needs to be transpiring in regards to the dynamic? What is on the conscious mind of both parties in regards to what needs to be currently transpiring in this dynamic, please, Spirit? All right, I have the Four of Cups in reverse. It says luxury on it, but it's in reverse. So the energy that I'm getting that both counterparts are in is that you both are aware that you need to embrace the gift of this connection that God has given you and run with it. You are no longer entertaining the bright and shiny things that held space in your life, but that were not allowing for growth and expansion and universal love. You were no longer allowing yourselves to deny the gift of this connection because you've tried to look at everything else from every other angle, and you recognize that everything else that you've been offered or that you've been experiencing in this life has been holding you back, and that it hasn't allowed for the same type of expansion that this dynamic has allowed. And you guys are both consciously aware of this now, and you both consciously want to experience the gift of this connection. Spirit, in regards to the divine masculine, how are they interpreting this energy of this Four of Cups in reverse, the gift of this connection? How are the divine masculines interpreting this energy, Spirit? Ooh, the Nine of Pentacles. The divine masculines are, and I love this energy. So this is the Thunderbird, and this is my Native American deck. So the Thunderbird is this mythical creature that was given reign and freedom to kind of like watch over the planet and fly free. So the divine masculines are feeling an immense amount of freedom within this connection at this time. The divine masculines are feeling an immense amount of independence and abundance within this connection. With the Nine of Shields, which is what this is, it's also the Nine of Pentacles, which is one pentacle away from the Ten of Pentacles. The divine masculines are seeing how much wealth and abundance this connection offers them, while at the same time offering this sense of freedom. And they've been craving a connection that felt like it was worth something, but also didn't feel like it tied them down. And they're seeing so clearly that that's what this connection is. And they are consciously aware that it is quite possible to have a connection with another person and still hold on to their freedom. Whereas in the past, their freedom was represented by being able to be with as many people as they could, or just like not being tied down and things of that nature. Now they're realizing like the real freedom that I can experience can actually come in a connection with somebody. And they are recognizing the massive gift that God is offering them at this time by presenting them with you, Divine Feminine. Okay, Spirit, that card just popped out. I didn't even ask a question. What advice do you have for the Divine Masculines in regards to this energy of this Nine of Shields, please, Spirit? What advice do you have for the masculines in regards to this Nine of Shields energy, please, Spirit? You are loved. Okay, so the advice that Spirit is giving the divine masculines at this time is to hold on to that thought, that feeling, that idea that you are loved. Hold on to it and do not let it go. Let that resonate and emanate, like illuminate your entire essence and your entire being. Know that there can be a love that exists because it comes from God, in which you feel nothing but freedom surrounding yourself, a freedom to love, a freedom to roam wild and live your best life and be your happiest version of yourself while also loving somebody else. And knowing and accepting the fact that you are loved and feeling worthy of this love. So Spirit's just like, hold on to this love and just breathe it in and accept it and enjoy it and love it for every ounce of everything that it is. Appreciate where you are at now and know that you are loved. Know that this gift that you are being offered right now is love, and that it is real, and that it comes from God, and that it is truly unconditional. All right, so Spirit, how are the Divine Feminines interpreting this Four of Cups in reverse energy? This gift that they're being offered from God. How are the Divine Feminines interpreting this energy with this Four of Cups in reverse? Ten of Blades in reverse. So, Divine Feminines, you are at a place now where you are finally realizing that none of this journey was a punishment to you. That the pain that you experienced was also that you could release all the pain that you had compiled in your life. And it's like all the swords are slipping out and there's nothing left but the sun shining. Your wounds are healing, and you're like, there were wounds that were revealed to me that I didn't even know that I had through this twin flame journey. But they are wounds that will not be revisited in your life, and you are seeing the ways in which you were healed on this journey. You are having an immense amount of gratitude for the ways in which this journey has healed you from your past. You are no longer feeling the pain of your past that you projected onto your divine masculine throughout this journey. This pain is being released, and you are recognizing the gift of this journey. You are at a place where you are in full appreciation for everything that has transpired, whether easy or hard on this journey. You recognize that it was all for a purpose, and you are so grateful for even the hard parts of this journey now, because in retrospect, you're like, I needed to heal. And you're like, it would have been easy for things to remain fun and easy and free with my divine masculine, but we would have never scratched the surface in the long term, and it would have ended up with me being hurt again. And instead of being hurt, as painful as this journey was, I've healed so much, and I'm so grateful, and I'm so appreciative. And God offered me this gift of this time apart from my masculine in order for me to heal. And I'm appreciating it, knowing it, and seeing so clearly what this healing was all about. Spirit, what is the advice that you would, the guidance that you would give the Divine Feminines in regards to this? Spirit, what is the advice, the guidance that you would give the Divine Feminines in regards to this? Where can I ask for more help in my life? All right, so with this, the energy that I'm getting is that Divine Feminines, despite all the healing that you have experienced on this twin flame journey, Spirit is asking you to please continue to ask for help to reveal the places in which you still need to heal and you still need to grow. You've gotten past the big parts, but your healing journey, your journey of growth and expansion is a never-ending cycle. And even though it feels like this reunion is imminent between the divine masculine and the divine feminine, what I am getting is that because this dynamic is a dynamic that is going to be continuously growth centered, it is going to remain energetically on the divine feminine to initiate the growth amongst both you and your divine masculine, initiate the dynamic of healing for both of you guys, because it's going to be a continuous journey. There's no end to this, because there might be little minute things that have affected you that still need to be brought up, that still need to be healed. So continue to ask for Spirit to show you the things that you are missing in your life that still need to be healed or still need to be worked on, or if different dynamics are coming up again and you're revisiting them, because you will, because healing is not linear. It's a spiral thing. When you revisit these dynamics, ask for help with the healing. But you're at the place now where you are confident in your ability to actually get past the hard parts and heal. So you're not going to shy away from this healing. But Spirit is saying, though, don't rest on your laurels when your divine masculine comes in. It's still going to be something that you consistently have to work on if you are going to have a growth-centered relationship moving forward. All right. Spirit, can you give me some clarity on any doubts that are coming up between the divine masculine and divine feminine right now that need to be cleared out? What doubts are coming up between the divine feminine and the divine masculine right now that need to be cleared up? What doubts are coming up between the divine feminine and the divine masculine that need to be cleared up? All right, so I've got the Knight of Cups in reverse. All right, so okay, my throat just like is going haywire. Somebody's throat chakra needs to be worked on a little bit, first of all. But with this Knight of Cups in reverse, what I'm picking up on is that both of you guys still hold a little bit of doubt about your counterpart actually having affection towards you. There is still some doubts about whether the affection actually exists within the dynamic between you and if the feelings are actually there. I'm hearing in my head, duh, of course your counterpart likes you. They don't just like you, they also really love you. The love is there. So you don't need to doubt about the love because it is there, but it is a doubt that's coming up and it's a doubt that needs to be acknowledged. Spirit, why are the divine masculines feeling as if their divine feminine does not actually have these feelings for them? That their feminine doesn't actually like love them or doesn't like them in the same way that they feel. I'm hearing I have so much love for my feminine that I am afraid. And then I have the Three of Shields in reverse here. First of all, I want to point out that all the cards that I've gotten for the masculine have been shields. So the masculine is thinking about this dynamic very much in the 3D. It is very much affecting their everyday life, because I got the Four of Shields in reverse, the Nine of Shields, and the Three of Shields in reverse. So with the Three of Shields in reverse, the Craftsman, what I'm getting is that the divine masculine is like, I love my divine feminine so much that I don't see how this could actually really work in real life, how we could actually be together, because I've never loved somebody this much. And when I've thought I've loved people in the past, it's all fallen apart, or it wasn't reciprocated, or it wasn't real love. So the divine masculines are having a very hard time grasping not only that you have affections for them, divine feminine, but that this can actually work out, that you guys can be a real team and a real partnership. And I'm picking up on this energy that like they're afraid of like when the bottom's gonna fall out, because it feels like it's too good to be true. How can I actually have a good partnership with something? How can somebody really work when it's this good? And I've seen the ways in which she's shown her affection to me, but I'm having a hard time believing that it's real. And even if I believe that it's real, how can it last? How can it really work? How can any two people hold on to this amount of love for each other? The divine masculines right now are struggling with the idea. whoa, I'm getting really emotional. A lot of emotions are coming through right now. The divine masculines right now are really struggling with the idea that this much love can actually exist between two people. Because from where they're coming from, things that they thought were love was not, it wasn't love. And it's a lot of fear that's coming up, that it can't work out, that it won't work out. And I'm hearing, like, I know my divine feminine cares for me. I know she does. I know they do. But then I'm hearing, but this, but that, but this. There's just like, it's all this overthinking that's happening. The divine masculines right now are having a very hard time of seeing how one partnership can hold this much affection. Going back to Spirit giving you the advice from the last card of the Nine of Pentacles, remember that you are loved and hold on to that feeling, masculines. But let's see what other advice Spirit has for you, divine masculines, in regards to this energy. Be present. All right, so Spirit wants you to not think about the future. And most importantly, when it comes to your divine feminine, don't compare them to your past. Live in the moment. Only experience the reality of each moment. Don't get anxious about what's going to happen in the future. Don't compare your current situation with your past and try to use that as an indicator of what's going to happen in your future. Spirit is really guiding you at this time to be very, very present in regards to this dynamic, because if you are not present, then you will sabotage this relationship because of your own fears. Spirit saying you're almost there. You're almost at the place where this can come into union, come into reunion. Don't let your fears get in the way. And the way to stop your fears from happening is to be present, to live in the moment. Be in the now. So how is this dynamic of this doubts about the affection of the divine masculines affecting the divine feminines right now, Spirit? How is this Knight of Cups in reverse affecting the divine feminines at this time, please, Spirit? All right, I have Strength in reverse. So for the divine feminines, the energy that's arising is one of am I actually strong enough to withstand rejection from my divine masculine again? Can I trust this time that my divine masculine is actually emotionally invested in me in the way that I want my divine masculine to be invested in me? And if they're not, can I withstand that? Am I strong enough to go through that again? Am I strong enough to accept that energy again? Am I strong enough to move on if the affections aren't there? Am I strong enough? Do I have it in me? With both the divine masculine and the divine feminine, these doubts about the affection between you is more about a doubt within yourself. It is a personal doubt that you're projecting onto the other person. It's all projection. but none of it is real. Okay. So what advice does Spirit have for the divine feminine? And oh, that came out quick. Let me grab this up. All right. Am I afraid to be seen? So this projection about, am I strong enough to withstand rejection, this, that, whatever, what this is actually coming up on is that the divine feminines are kind of in a place right now where they are feeling the energy steadying between counterparts, right? And an energy setting between the counterparts, they're recognizing that their divine masculines are seeing the reality of not only the situation, the dynamic between them, but the reality of who they are and what they represent. And so this anticipation of this rejection is coming from not just rejection from y'all, my throat chakra is doing some weird things right now. It's not only coming from the sense of past rejection from their divine masculine, but just an overall rejection of who they have been, like the rejection they've received throughout their life from everybody. And it's like, if my divine masculine does come in with this affection, if they truly see me, will this affection last? That's kind of the energy that I'm getting. And so with this, am I afraid to be seen card, the advice that Spirit is giving to the divine feminines right now is know that your divine masculine is not going to show up and give you an offer unless they see you for who they are and they like what they see. So trust that any offer that comes from your divine masculine is coming because they know who you are, they see who you are, and they love what they see. That their affections are real. So don't doubt yourself. Yes, you have been a lot and maybe too much for other people in the past, but not only does it have nothing to do with you, but it has nothing to do with the way that your divine masculine sees you at this time. In any way, shape, or form. I'm going to pull one more card just kind of to end this reading in regards to this overall energy. And Spirit, what is, just generally speaking, Spirit, what is the overall energy that both counterparts need to hold on to at this time in regards to this connection? One last card for the overall energy that both counterparts need to hold on moving, like, at this time. Because everyone knows the energy is going to change, like, tomorrow. Two of Swords, peace. Okay, I love this card, especially because, like, I personally am in such a great place of peace right now. Spirit wants both of you guys to know that in this time where you are waiting to take action, where not a lot is happening, it is there so that you can ground yourself in what it feels like to be in peace, so that you can ground yourself in what it feels like to have a regulated nervous system, so that you can get used to the feeling of what things are like before things get busy. Because when you guys come into reunion or come into union, it is going to up level a lot of things in both of your lives. And things kind of turning on their sides, turning on their heads, things are going to not be as peaceful as they are for you right now, where you guys are on your own. And so you need to ground yourself in what it feels like to be in your own sense of peace, so that you can recognize as things start to change What is changing that you know is growth centered, and what is changing that maybe needs to not be changing because it doesn't give you that sense of peace, give you that sense of expansion and growth. Right now, the place that you are both in is so that you can feel grounded in what things should feel like, even as you move on into this next phase of your life. I'm hearing be still and know. And what you need to know right now is the peace that you have with yourself, the peace that you have in your knowing of who you are and what you represent and who God is to you. Know that this stillness needs to be appreciated, along with all the lessons that have happened on this journey. This Two of Swords is coming to show you that it is a time for peace and integration, and for you to fully understand what this peace feels like, so that when you do come into union or reunion with your counterpart, that is what you guys are going to reach for in your dynamic, and that you won't return to those karmic behaviors that cause, emotional storms and headaches and things of that nature. All right, collective, thank you so much for letting me read for you today. I really hope you appreciated this reading. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and please never forget just how divine you are.